Coach Burnett, that dog behind you was on the mat tonight.
That's Augie Bear, boy. Augie's famous. Hey, boy. Yeah.
He was on the mat tonight. It was a real thing. So let's just talk about this real quick. Right. You guys take 12 out. St. Ed's takes 13.
Yeah.
You guys wrestled how many times head-to-head? 10 or 11, right?
We wrestled a lot over the last 2 days. Maybe 10 or 11.
Okay.
Yeah, that's safe to say.
Okay.
Probably 11.
11.
I think we won. I think we split. They might have won one more match.
Okay, so they got you.
You know how I want to say they probably had one more win.
How important was it? You let off 6, 13, 20, and you won all 3 of those district titles.
Well, it's good for the kids individually, right? You hope that somehow you get rewarded with as the state draws and parents come out, right? Because your kids did some good work in a tough district. But you know how that stuff works, right? Like draws are draws. It's a crapshoot, right? So, it was good. It was cool to, Connor's a freshman and he's a little small, but he's really tough. And he's gaining momentum, and then it was cool for Aiden to win. And then obviously Gray, I'm biased, Timar he's really good, man. And they wrestled at districts last year. Then they wrestled in the state championship match. And, so that's just some really high level, really good wrestling. And it's, it's just good for it's good all around, right? Obviously we're, the district is home in our place. So that's cool. Outside of you got the logistical setup and all that stuff is tough, but it's good for just, I think, just routine, right? For our kids, people have to travel, but Division I in Ohio high school wrestling is really tough. 12 for us is a program record.
Is it okay? So what was the previous record? 11.
I think 10.
10.
I think 10. God, I should know that. I want to say it was 10 with an alternate.
Do you have the firepower to win?
Well, when we did a bunch of math with our coaching staff, and we had some multiple breakdowns, and the kids had talked about doing this lineup shift, we were in the mix. Obviously, right, I think Massillon and Perry, they qualified all their guys. St. Ed's is sitting at 13. We're at 12.
So wait. 14 Perry, 13 St. Ed's.
I'm pretty sure.
12 Perrysburg, and then 10 Brecksville.
Okay. I didn't know how Brecksville did.
Did we do any Central or Southwest? Did you see any of those?
I did not. I don't. I mean, my nature. I'm sort of aloof to it. Here's the thing, right? We've gone down to the state tournament. Now there's variables, right? My next comment: we've gone to the state tournament now the last 3 years, and I think out of the heavy hitter programs, I think we've had the least amount of qualifiers each year. You'd have to go back, right? Like the other day when you were interviewing me at sectionals, you asked me about how I don't know, point differentials and stuff like that. How bad people beat us or whatnot. But I want to say we've probably had the least amount of qualifiers, and our kids have gone down there and battled, right? We've won a lot of matches, and the state tournament's a state tournament, and the field chips away and grinds people down, and so it's just one of those things, right? Like, we felt like if we could get down there and have even or close to as possible even numbers with the heavy hitter programs in the state. Your Perrys and your St. Ed's and your Wadsworths and your Brecksvilles and your LaSalle's and your Dublin Kaufmans, and I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out.
Springboro.
It's not Springboro.
Harrison,
right? Moeller, right?
Yeah,
You go, if you can go down there and you have firepower, legit firepower, right? Where guys have the ability to, score bonus points, blow matches open, win maybe some like 50-50 matches, stay alive, hit the podium, climb the podium. That's when things get interesting. So, that's what we were just banking on. The kids, but like I was telling newspaper, the reporter the other day, what our kids did when they came to our coaching staff and he talked about shifting 4 guys, and when Marcus Blaze says, "Hey, I'm willing to go wherever you guys need me to go," and then we do it, and then they're able to be productive and be successful and manage it. I don't know. It just says a lot about our kids, man.
Okay, I know it's not you guys versus St. Ed's, Anderson, Massillon Prairie. They can win. They have 14.
Yeah,
they have 14.
They're really good. Wrestle really hard, and they're coached well.
I got to make sure they got 14. I'll do a little.
They did.
Yeah.
I'm 100%. I mean, one of our coaches was kind of following.
So they got 14.
Pretty sure.
So they're in the. I would say right now they're the driver's seat early favorite.
Yep.
I understand St. Ed's is St. Ed's. We all get that.
Right.
They know that. On their way home right now, they know that. They're breaking down film. They're doing everything. They're really good coaching staff. What's it like having a team like that in the gym with you guys and competing against them, going basically 500, slightly under 500, let's say? Got to give them a nod on that, right? They beat you head-to-head, 6-5, whatever it was. What's it like having them in the gym? What's it like competing against them? And what's it like knowing that it's going to be this gigantic arena and 8 other people picking you guys up, 8 other teams, whether it's Dublin Kaufman, Springboro, whoever it may be? What's it going to be like being in the big arena with them? What was it like being in the gym with them at your home place? What was it like?
Oh, it's fun. You know what I mean? You want to be able to wrestle the best teams that you can wrestle, right? Obviously, those guys have an awesome schedule. They're able to travel, nationally and get around and really put their kids, in the fire. And it shows. Their young guys are always prepared. Their young guys are battle tested enough that if you don't really press and force them to really, really have to get out of their comfort zone, they'll win. Or they have the capability to win. And, so it's really, really fun. I like it because, we see them early in the year at Ironman, right? And then you get to do the season, and then you start to get into the tournament process. And then, they're really smart. They dominate their sectional, so they get ones. They had 14 champions, right? And I think that's smart.
They're 28-0 the first day.
Yeah, okay.
At your district.
Right.
Did anybody not on a Perrysburg singlet beat St. Edward?
On the
Weight beat St. Edward, that's it.
I don't.
Weight
sure, maybe. Yeah.
Weight beat St. Edward.
Okay.
Yeah. St. John's beat St. Edward and Weight beat St. Edward.
Gotcha. Yep. So I don't know. So maybe it's just one of those things where it's like, our team, our kids, or they dig the challenge. They really want to wrestle those guys. Whatever. Sure. It's just really fun. It's good to wrestle them. I appreciate. They're great, man. I mean, they've won so much, and they're really good at winning. You know what I mean? And it's like a constant Rubik's cube. It's like a Rubik's cube that's like you're spinning it, right? But it's moving on axis, and then you're in one of those things that you're like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's fun in that regard. I dig the challenge and the takeaway to bring back to our kids in our program, just to get guys to be, motivated, just attack, like the major challenges, so, it's like, I can only talk about like what we do as a program and how hard we work from top to bottom and the type of people that are involved, and other people work really hard too. And, so it's just, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see, how things shake out, how the pairings come out. And,
when did those come out? Do you know?
I think, dude, they might come out tonight.
Yeah, we might see them.
I think, I should know, but I don't. I'm kind of an airhead. Right.
Real quick, talk to me about Eric Bush and the heavyweight match. He wins against St. Edward in the blood round.
Oh, yeah.
To qualify for the state.
Yeah, it was wild.
Henderson.
It was wild. It was an awesome match.
Have you had that environment ever in Perrysburg?
So he's not little. He dwarfs me. He's a big ass guy, but he's small for heavyweight. What's his name? Their heavyweight? Henderson. He's good.
Henderson.
He wrestles. He's tough. Dude, they Eric's a load. Our guys, every bit at the beginning. At the beginning of the year, that dude was 285, and then he had this weird thing. He got sick. And he went down to 268, and then he got back up to like 283. But he can move, and he's agile, and he's learning at a quick clip. He's only wrestled for 3 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Eric Bush was freaky. He wrestled, took a year off, wrestled, and this is his 3rd year. So Eric's special, man. Eric loves Perrysburg, but getting like
Perrysburg loves him back.
So what's nutty environment, right? All the mats are shut down. So those guys are back.
The only mat going?
Yeah,
I didn't know that
because
that wasn't there.
So that's the end of the blood round.
Yeah.
Right. So they're scrapping.
That dog's on the mat. The dog.
I guess he made a guest appearance. He ran out there, but look at him, dude. He's stoic. He's stoic. That guy's stoic. But so they're scrapping. Eric's got the lead. Eric over wrestles. Henderson throws him. It's this beautiful throw, edge of the mat. Now he's winning. Eric gets away. Then there's a stall call. Ties the match. At that point, it was 6-6, 7-7, 8-8. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was 8-8, I think. And I think Henderson lost track of the score.
They get into like upper body. They're body locked. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I didn't ask Eric. I don't know if Eric was like pressuring with his legs, anticipating the guy to maybe try to throw him. I don't know. But Henderson popped his hips, tried to throw, and Eric just stepped around and floated and landed on top of him, and that's how he won. That was right at the end of the match. So, right, you get it, right? Hey, they get it. Those guys get it. They understand it's a numbers game. It's always been a numbers game, right? So, when he won that, right, that eliminated a guy, and right, we gain a qualifier, right? So it's just
2 qualifier swing almost.
Yeah, sure, right?
No, it is.
Yeah, I guess, yeah,
yes, it
right.
Would be.
Okay,
think about it. It is. Take one away from you, add one to them. You go from 14. They go to 14. You go to 11.
Yeah. Oh,
it's a 2 qualifier swing.
Yep.
It's a 2
So
qualifier.
right, so it's we get it, right? Like,
yeah.
So you break it up. I mean, like huge, right?
It's huge.
But Henderson, like, he can wrestle. He's got underhook stuff and snatch single, and he can ride, but he's just small.
Yeah.
And he's got a shoulder. I think he's banged up some. Yeah. And our dude is like bigger, athletic, but doesn't know as much wrestling. Sometimes it bites him in his ass, but it's like, just, Eric just, he appreciates the fight. They beat our football team. They had a student athlete, that did an Instagram post about, how they just love kicking our ass in all the sports. And, so our kids, they took that to heart. And it is what it is. You know, I mean, those guys have great tradition and they're winners. They win a lot. So, you know, as we're in this day and age where, you know, these are easy to, you know, like run your mouth and, you know, so, you know, it just, but it's, you know, I think he was really, really engaged for that match, and it was a great opportunity for him to wrestle. And, you know, that dude's really good, and they're obviously really good, and Massel and Perry's really good. And, you know, I hope everybody doesn't think we're good, you know.
You pull the fast one, you do the bump, you bump a 2-time state champion.
I didn't do it.
Your team.
I mean, I'm the head coach, and I was like, all right, we're doing it, but I didn't do it. I was like,
Blaze Coach Wagner did it.
Yeah,
Evans did it.
Right.
Your guys did it, right?
Yeah. Nobody does that. Who does that?
You pull the fast one is what I called it today. Pull the fast one. Is it going to pay?
We gained a qualifier.
Is it going to pay off?
Well, I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't have a crystal ball. And here's what else is cool. I was talking to our team, and you can score 17,432 points at your district, and you can win, or you can get second, whatever. But what's awesome is they're gone. They're gone. They don't mean shit for next week. And, you know, so I'm, you know, I just hope that our kids really appreciate their time with each other. You know, I hope we have a great week. And, you know, we're going to break out these brackets and pairings, and we'll go to work.
All right. You guys got a celebration tonight. You got to get to it. Do you got anything else for me?
No, buddy, I appreciate you.
Augie,
man, just running around.
Still the show.
Yeah, he's no, dude. You know what? You do great. You know, it's just, I'm just the lucky guy, man. I got great people. I got a great family, man. Our program is. It's crazy, man, because obviously, right? You're chasing something elusive, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, as bad as you want to win, there's also moments and there's things in life that happen that you can't even put them in a thing, right? Like, and just the type of culture that we got in our families and in our kids, man. And, you know, their courage and their sacrifice and their resiliency. You know, we're gonna go down to Columbus, and we're gonna fight really hard. We're gonna wrestle really hard, and you know, hopefully we'll bring some hardware home. I wouldn't trade our shit for anything else.
You love it.
Love it.
I love that you love it. All right. Ferdinand and I got to get home. We've been traveling around like two wrestling gypsies.
Yeah, man.
Not really a wrestling hobo per se, but I was this weekend.
Yeah.
Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck in Columbus, and congratulations on a program record 12 state qualifiers for the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets in D1 Ohio.
Yeah, thanks.